The series opens with the mystical land of Avalon shrouded in an eternal winter. We meet Arthur, a young and spirited warrior who discovers he's the rightful heir to the throne of Camelot. However, Camelot is in turmoil, besieged by a powerful sorcerer known as the Winter King, who has plunged the kingdom into unending cold and darkness. Arthur must accept his destiny and gather allies to reclaim his kingdom. Episode 1 begins with sweeping shots of the mystical land of Avalon, once a vibrant and prosperous kingdom, now shrouded in an eternal winter. The narration describes how the Winter King's dark magic has gripped the land, freezing it in perpetual cold and darkness. We meet Arthur, a young and spirited warrior living in a small village on the outskirts of Camelot. Arthur is shown as a skilled fighter, but he's unaware of his true lineage and the destiny that awaits him. He dreams of adventures beyond the village, but feels a strong sense of responsibility to protect his community. The audience sees glimpses of Camelot, once a thriving kingdom, now struggling under the Winter King's icy grip. People suffer, crops fail, and hope diminishes with each passing day. The ruling council attempts to maintain order but is unable to break the curse. One fateful day, while on a hunting expedition, Arthur stumbles upon an ancient artifact hidden in the woods, an ornate pendant with a symbol resembling the crest of Camelot. This discovery triggers vivid dreams and unexplained visions, leading Arthur to seek answers about his past. Arthur encounters Merlin, a mysterious and wise figure with powerful magic. Merlin recognizes the pendant and reveals Arthur's true identity as the rightful heir to the throne of Camelot. He explains the prophecy foretelling Arthur's return to reclaim the kingdom and end the Winter King's reign. Initially overwhelmed and hesitant, Arthur grapples with the weight of his newfound destiny. But witnessing the suffering of his people and feeling a sense of duty, he ultimately accepts the responsibility and vows to reclaim Camelot, despite the uncertainties and dangers ahead. With Merlin as his guide and mentor, Arthur sets out on a quest to gather allies and seek the means to confront the Winter King. The episode ends with Arthur leaving his village, determined and resolute, ready to face the challenges that lie ahead on his journey to reclaim Camelot and restore light to the kingdom. In Episode 2, Arthur begins his journey to reclaim Camelot from the clutches of the Winter King. Guided by Merlin, he sets out to gather allies and resources that will aid in his quest to restore peace to the kingdom. Arthur and Merlin traverse through mystical landscapes, encountering various challenges along the way. They face natural obstacles, treacherous terrains, and encounters with magical creatures that test Arthur's resolve and resourcefulness. These experiences serve as valuable lessons for Arthur, shaping him into a more capable leader. Their first stop is to seek the help of the Lady of the Lake, a powerful and enigmatic figure who guards the mystical sword, Excalibur. In a mystical lake shrouded in mist, Arthur undergoes a trial to prove his worthiness. After demonstrating courage and humility, he earns the lady's blessing and gains Excalibur, a symbol of his rightful place as Camelot's king. With Excalibur in hand, Arthur's reputation as the true heir to the throne begins to spread, attracting individuals who believe in his cause. Along the way, they recruit a diverse group of allies, a mix of skilled fighters, wise advisors, and magical beings, to join their quest. Merlin imparts wisdom to Arthur, teaching him about leadership, diplomacy, and the importance of unity among their allies. Arthur learns that true strength lies not only in one's sword arm but also in compassion, integrity, and the ability to inspire others. Their journey is fraught with challenges as they encounter resistance from those loyal to the Winter King. Betrayals and obstacles test the newfound bonds among Arthur and his companions, emphasizing the importance of trust and loyalty in their quest. The episode ends on a hopeful note as Arthur's band of allies grows stronger, united in their purpose to reclaim Camelot. They stand on the threshold of embarking on the next phase of their journey, ready to face the trials that await them in their quest to confront the Winter King and bring light back to their kingdom. In Episode 3, titled The Sword in the Ice, Arthur's quest to reclaim Camelot continues as he seeks to unlock the full potential of Excalibur, the legendary sword. The episode begins with Arthur and his companions journeying through the frozen lands of Avalon, facing various challenges and encounters along the way. Their goal is to uncover the true power of Excalibur, a weapon believed to be the key to defeating the Winter King and restoring balance to Camelot. Guided by ancient lore and Merlin's wisdom, they learn of a sacred site where Excalibur lies encased in a massive block of enchanted ice. This legendary sword, hidden for generations, is said to choose its wielder based on purity of heart and unwavering courage. Reaching the icy shrine, Arthur faces a series of trials meant to test his character, inner strength, and resolve. The trials are not only physical but also spiritual, challenging Arthur's beliefs and pushing him to confront his deepest fears and doubts. As Arthur navigates these trials, his companions provide support and guidance, reinforcing their bond and trust in each other. Each trial reveals a new facet of Arthur's character, highlighting his compassion, bravery, and unwavering determination. Finally, after proving himself worthy through his actions and noble intentions, Arthur successfully retrieves Excalibur from the ice. The sword's true power is unleashed, radiating with an otherworldly brilliance that signifies Arthur as the true heir to the throne of Camelot. With Excalibur in his possession, Arthur gains not only a powerful weapon but also a symbol of hope and unity for the people of Camelot. The episode concludes with Arthur wielding Excalibur, a newfound confidence shining in his eyes as he prepares to lead his companions forward in their quest to confront the Winter King and reclaim their kingdom. In Episode 4, titled Unveiling Betrayal, Arthur's journey to reclaim Camelot faces a significant challenge as betrayal lurks within his inner circle, threatening to undermine his quest and the trust among his companions. The episode begins with Arthur and his companions continuing their quest, growing stronger and more determined as they edge closer to confronting the Winter King. Their unity and camaraderie seem unbreakable, fueled by a shared sense of purpose and loyalty to Arthur's cause. However, tensions start to simmer beneath the surface as suspicions arise among the group. Strange occurrences and subtle hints suggest that there might be a traitor among them, leaking information to the forces aligned with the Winter King. As the journey progresses, these suspicions grow more prominent, causing rifts and distrust among Arthur's companions. Conflicting loyalties and hidden agendas emerge, putting their unity to the test. Arthur struggles with the burden of leadership as he grapples with the possibility of betrayal within his closest circle. The episode delves into the personal struggles and conflicts faced by Arthur's allies, exploring their motivations, fears, and past connections that might link them to the betrayal. Friendships are strained, alliances are questioned, and the once unwavering trust begins to waver. Arthur, torn between his desire to believe in his companions and the need to protect his kingdom, takes on the responsibility of uncovering the traitor's identity. He faces the difficult task of confronting suspicions and investigating the motives behind the betrayal, all while maintaining the fragile balance within his group. The tension builds throughout the episode, leading to a dramatic climax where the traitor's identity is finally revealed. The revelation shocks Arthur and his companions, shattering their trust and leaving them reeling from the betrayal. The episode concludes with Arthur forced to make a difficult decision, confronting the traitor and dealing with the consequences of their actions. The aftermath leaves the group in disarray, forcing them to reassess their bonds and convictions as they continue their journey to confront the Winter King, now with a newfound sense of caution and wariness among them. In Episode 5, titled The Siege of Camelot, the stakes escalate as Arthur and his companions face the full force of the Winter King's wrath in a climactic battle to defend Camelot from a massive onslaught. The episode begins with ominous signs of the Winter King's impending attack on Camelot. The kingdom is on high alert, preparing for the imminent siege. Arthur and his allies return to Camelot, rallying the defenses and fortifying the castle in anticipation of the assault. As the enemy forces, bolstered by dark magic and icy minions, descend upon Camelot, chaos erupts. The Winter King's powerful sorcery envelopes the kingdom in a fierce blizzard, making it a formidable battleground. The city's defenses are tested as the enemy's relentless assault pushes Camelot to the brink of collapse. The battle is intense and visually spectacular, with Arthur and his companions leading the charge against the overwhelming forces of the Winter King. They demonstrate exceptional valor and skill in combat, fighting side by side to protect their home and its people. Throughout the siege, Arthur's leadership is put to the test as he must make critical decisions under extreme pressure. He relies on the strategies learned from Merlin, the bravery of his companions, and his own determination to keep morale high and inspire hope among the defenders. The episode is filled with emotionally charged moments, showcasing the sacrifices made by Arthur's allies in their efforts to repel the attackers. Friendships are tested, loyalties reaffirmed, and bonds strengthened in the face of adversity. Despite the valiant efforts of Arthur and his allies, the Winter King's dark powers continue to wreak havoc, causing devastation and despair. The episode reaches a pivotal moment where victory seems uncertain, and Arthur must dig deep to find the strength and resolve to turn the tide of the battle. As the episode draws to a close, a moment of unexpected bravery or a strategic maneuver shifts the momentum in favor of Camelot. The defenders rally, finding a way to counter the Winter King's onslaught, leading to a decisive turning point in the battle. The episode ends with a glimmer of hope as the forces of Camelot push back against the Winter King, setting the stage for the next phase of the conflict in their quest to reclaim the kingdom. In Episode 6, titled Forging Alliances, Arthur and his companions, having survived the siege of Camelot, realize that defeating the Winter King requires alliances beyond the borders of their kingdom. The episode focuses on Arthur's diplomatic efforts to unite neighboring realms and gather support in their fight against the common enemy. The aftermath of the siege leaves Camelot scarred and in need of recovery. Arthur, recognizing the importance of solidarity in facing the Winter King's threat, embarks on a diplomatic mission. With Merlin's guidance, he travels to neighboring kingdoms, each with its own rulers, cultures, and challenges. Arthur faces the complexities of diplomacy as he navigates the intricate web of politics, alliances, and rivalries among the different realms. He encounters skepticism, distrust, and reluctance from some rulers who are hesitant to commit their resources or risk their own kingdom's safety. The episode delves into the diverse landscapes and cultures of these neighboring realms, showcasing their unique customs, traditions, and magical elements. Along the way, Arthur and his companions encounter new allies and adversaries, each with their own motives and agendas. Arthur's interactions with these rulers and leaders reveal their personal struggles, ambitions, and vulnerabilities. He learns to negotiate, make compromises, and leverage the strengths of each kingdom in building a united front against the common enemy. The journey also presents challenges beyond political negotiations. Arthur and his companions encounter threats and obstacles orchestrated by agents loyal to the Winter King, attempting to sabotage the alliances and sow discord among the realms. Throughout the episode, Arthur's leadership qualities are put to the test as he strives to maintain a balance between asserting Camelot's interests and fostering trust among the different kingdoms. He faces moral dilemmas, makes difficult decisions, and learns valuable lessons in diplomacy and statesmanship. The episode culminates in Arthur successfully securing alliances with some of the neighboring realms, despite the lingering tensions and unresolved issues. The alliances forged are crucial steps toward building a coalition capable of challenging the Winter King's dominion. As Arthur returns to Camelot, the episode ends with a sense of cautious optimism, knowing that the path to victory against the Winter King is fraught with challenges, but with newfound allies by their side, they stand stronger and more prepared for the battles that lie ahead. In Episode 7, titled The Quest for the Winter Crown, Arthur and his companions embark on a daring expedition into treacherous territories in pursuit of a mystical artifact, the Winter Crown, that holds the key to the Winter King's power. The episode begins with Arthur and his allies, bolstered by the alliances forged in the previous episodes, strategizing their next move to confront the Winter King. Through Merlin's guidance and ancient texts, they learn about the Winter Crown, a legendary artifact rumored to amplify the Winter King's sorcery and sustain the eternal winter. Their quest takes them through rugged terrains, enchanted forests, and perilous landscapes shrouded in ice and darkness. Along the way, they face a series of daunting trials and encounters with mystical guardians, testing their courage, wit, and unity. As they navigate through these challenges, tensions among the group resurface. The weight of their mission, coupled with the dangers they face, strains the bonds among Arthur's companions. Personal conflicts, doubts, and the fear of failure threaten to fracture their unity. Arthur, bearing the responsibility of leadership, must navigate these internal conflicts while staying focused on their ultimate goal, to retrieve the Winter Crown and weaken the Winter King's hold on Avalon. The quest presents moral dilemmas and difficult choices for Arthur and his companions. They encounter individuals whose loyalties are divided, some tempted by promises of power offered by the Winter King's minions. Arthur's leadership is tested as he must inspire trust and unity among his allies while discerning friend from foe. The journey also unveils hidden truths and revelations about the Winter King's origins, his motivations, and the extent of his dark powers. Through these discoveries, Arthur gains insight into the complexity of the conflict and the sacrifices required to restore balance to Avalon. The climax of the episode occurs as Arthur and his companions reach the heart of the perilous realm where the Winter Crown is rumored to be hidden. They face their most challenging trial yet, confronting the Guardians, protecting the artifact, and risking everything to claim it. The episode ends with a cliffhanger as Arthur and his companions stand on the cusp of acquiring the Winter Crown, poised for a decisive moment that could shift the balance of power in their favor or plunge Avalon deeper into darkness. In Episode 8, titled Confrontation and Redemption, the climactic showdown between Arthur and the forces of the Winter King unfolds, testing the courage, sacrifice, and resolve of Camelot's defenders in a final battle to break the curse and restore peace to the kingdom. The episode begins with Arthur and his companions, having obtained the Winter Crown, preparing for the ultimate confrontation with the Winter King. They return to Camelot, bolstered by newfound knowledge and strengthened alliances, ready to face the dark sorcerer and bring an end to the eternal winter. As the forces of the Winter King converge upon Camelot, a sense of urgency and tension grips the kingdom. The defenders prepare for an epic battle, fortifying the city and rallying the people to stand united against the impending threat. The Winter King, wielding immense power amplified by the Winter Crown, unleashes his dark magic upon Camelot, launching a devastating assault. The city becomes a battleground as the defenders, led by Arthur and his companions, engage in a fierce and visually stunning clash against the icy minions and sorcery of the Winter King. The battle is a test of bravery and determination as Arthur's allies showcase their individual strengths, each playing a crucial role in the fight to protect their home. Sacrifices are made, alliances tested, and the resilience of Camelot's defenders shines through amidst the chaos and destruction. Throughout the conflict, Arthur faces the Winter King in a dramatic and intense showdown. Their confrontation is not only physical but also symbolic, representing the clash between light and darkness, good and evil. The episode explores the inner struggles of both protagonists, delving into their motivations, fears, and the consequences of their choices. As the battle rages on, the fate of Camelot hangs in the balance. Arthur must draw upon everything he has learned, demonstrating not just his skill in combat but also his wisdom, compassion, and resilience as a leader. The turning point of the episode comes when Arthur, embracing his destiny and fueled by the support of his allies, finds the strength to confront the Winter King with courage and unwavering determination. In a stunning display of heroism, Arthur makes a pivotal decision that breaks the curse of the eternal winter, shattering the Winter King's hold over Camelot. The episode reaches its climax as the darkness recedes, and the kingdom is bathed in the returning light. The Winter King is defeated, and peace is restored to Avalon. Arthur, his companions, and the people of Camelot celebrate their hard-earned victory, but the aftermath brings reflections on the sacrifices made and the challenges that lie ahead as they rebuild their kingdom. The season finale concludes with Arthur, now seated on the throne, gazing upon the restored Camelot, knowing that his journey has only just begun. The episode ends on a hopeful note, hinting at the future trials and responsibilities that await Arthur as he embraces his role as the rightful king and guardian of Camelot.